We need job creation in the 5th District. We need job creation all across this country. And I ask you to stop and think about what Ronald Reagan did in the 80s when he took office. What was the message that he sent at that time to businesses all across the country? He said, we're going to cut your taxes, we're going to reduce regulations, and we're going to let you go to work and do what you do best. You will create jobs, you will create wealth, you will create prosperity, and that's what he did. What do we have now going on in Washington? We have a president and we have a congressman in Tom Perriello who has made it clear as a bell to businesses. He has said, we're going to raise your taxes, we're going to give you more regulations than you can ever think of, and then we'll pass a $1 trillion stimulus package and hope we create some jobs. Friends, that hasn't worked, and we need a congressman who is going to be committed to cutting taxes, reducing regulations, and getting small business back in the business of doing what it does best, and that is creating jobs, creating wealth for this country. And you will have that in mind. And finally, we have got to be serious about this health care bill. Our president and our congressman have already given it to us. So what are our options? Friends, I believe that we have got to repeal the health care bill. But if we cannot repeal it, we have got to strip the funding from the health care bill and make sure that it does not take the effect that our congressman and our president have intended. And finally, let me say this about what we need in our new 5th District congressman. We need a congressman who is going to be elected on November 2nd. He's going to go to Washington, D.C., and he's going to take that first vote. And what is the first vote going to be? The first vote is going to be for a new Speaker of the House of Representatives. Friends, I truly believe that there are more people in this country who care about the future of this country, who care about the next generation, who care about our children and our grandchildren. I believe that there are more of us than there are those who are simply consumed with getting reelected in the next election. You all represent that energy and that enthusiasm, that independence, that renewed American spirit. But we cannot win on November 2nd without your support. We need your full support. And I ask for your full support tonight. Thank you so much. God bless you, and I'm happy to answer any questions that's appropriate at this time. Thank you, Carol.
Well, we love that part about Pelosi, didn't we? I sure did. Obviously, we're a packed house. I'm sure everybody here probably has at least one question. There's no way we'll get to everybody. We're going to do the very best we can. So a couple of just what I call polite ground rules. Try not to preface your question with a 5-minute statement. That will help to move things along. Think about your question, word it concisely, be exactly what you want to ask the senator to answer for you. What we did last time, and I'm not sure we can do it tonight, was we had a line of people who wanted to give a question. So, and I'm a big girl, I can't squeeze among all of you to hand in the microphones as I've done in times past. So we're just going to try to do our best to pick people from all around the room, including those back there with the drink machine and those over here. We'll try to keep an eye out so that everybody gets a chance from all the areas. Again, keep it brief. Senator, I'd ask you in your answers, obviously, to do the same so we can get as many questions in as possible. Come with good questions, come with tough questions, take advantage of this opportunity, but obviously be very respectful in doing so. Thank you. All right, I'd like to see a hand of somebody, this gentleman right here.
The recent vote on the extension of unemployment benefits highlights a problem that our party, Republicans and others, are facing. That is, we're sort of whitewashed with the thought that we are, because we want to balance the budget, we're non-compassionate, or we're uncompassionate. How do you say we overcome that?
I believe the way we overcome that is by adopting policies in Washington, D.C. that don't kill jobs. That is the least compassion that you can show, is by adopting policies that kill jobs. Policies like cap and trade, policies like this health care bill. I don't see any compassion in sending jobs overseas because of those sorts of laws that are being adopted by our current Congress. Our vision, my vision for the 5th District and for the future of this country, is to adopt policies that promote jobs, because people don't want to be they don't want to have unemployment benefits. They want jobs, and that's what this administration has failed to give them, and that's what a new Congress must demand. Thank you.
All right, we might have a system here. I'm hoping anyway. I'm going to try to cover this half of the room. Steve Peters, our good friend and fellow patriot, is going to try to handle that side of the room. We're going to try to ping pong back and forth, try to get equal coverage for both sides of the room. So since the gentleman on that side had asked, was there somebody here?
Hi, I said I would ask tough questions, and I am. I don't think there's a person in this room who doesn't want to vote for you. And I'm hoping that every time you make a public statement, that you speak from our philosophy, which is based on the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the Declaration of Independence, and what we know our forefathers founded this country for. And we feel that if you make every vote based on that philosophy instead of the Republican hierarchy or Democratic pressure, that you will be an excellent representative. I'm hoping that you're that man, because I am tired, and I know nobody in this room intends to continue sending people to Washington to take a job for which they're going to be paid far more than they could ever earn in their little hometown every single year. That's not why we're sending you here. We're sending you there to do a job for us. We're hiring you to speak for us. And that's really important. And I'm hoping that you will be that man.
Thank you. Thank you for that. And I want to say this. And I am that man. And let me say this. First of all, you know, I think, and I'd ask you to talk to people that I've represented as a legislator in the last 9 years, because I think anybody who knows me and has known me all my life, or known me before I was elected in 2001 to the House of Delegates, will tell you that I had the same values, that I'm the same person I was on the day that I was elected that I am today. And I pledge to you that I will always be that same person, and I will always have those same values. And I think people will tell you this as well. I have absolutely no problem telling my speaker that no, I am not going to vote for $1 trillion stimulus package. I have no problem telling my speaker or my leader, no, I'm not going to vote for cap and trade. I am not going to vote for health care just because you tell me to. And I'll tell you this, over my time in the legislature, I have always represented my people first. That has always been my singular duty. I recognize it, and I've always done it. And let me say this. What I love about what I see here today, what I have experienced over the last 9 months, is this. The American people, people of the 5th District, the people of the Jefferson area Tea Party, they're going to start holding people accountable. And I hope and pray that for the future of this country and for the sake of our children, that you will continue to hold leaders, myself included, accountable. Thank you.
Everybody here? Over here? Anybody want to answer the question? Somebody.